as a psychotherapist, I know you deal with sort of clinically diagnosed conditions of anxiety and depression. How does that show up in that setting? And then also just we are feeling anxious and therefore we drink and it just sort of perpetuates itself.
Oh, you mentioned that cycle that's so key, which is you feel lonely, you feel down, you have a drink, it numbs. You wake up the next morning, you say, I'll never do that again. It comes around to 5 or 6 o'clock, and indeed you do it again. And we feel shame, we feel remorse, we feel negative about ourselves. I think I'm seeing a lot of women who don't want to quit, are absolutely determined that they will not quit, but want to learn how to manage their drinking, as we all did. I did too. I went to AA back in the day, determined to learn how to have just one. It took me a little while to realize that I was there to quit, but it's a very complex world for women, only more complex given COVID. I think I was raised in that glorious Gloria Steinem time when we believed we could have it all. And I think that I learned, and many other women have learned, that having it all is very difficult.
Yeah. Because there are only so many hours in the day. And I think we put so much pressure on ourselves. And I know you did as well, to be the best employee, the best partner, the best mother. And then, I think of it in my life as you put so much on yourself that then you need to drink to tolerate your responsibilities and your overwhelm. And it just, as we know now, alcohol is just like putting gasoline on anxiety, right? You think it solves it, but it actually makes it so much worse.
Oh, that's so well said. And of course, alcohol is a depressant. So, I remember racing in. This was the thing I really felt when I wrote the book, racing in from a busy job, having to put dinner on the table for my wonderful young son, knowing I would be working on homework later that evening. And, I got to the point where I wouldn't even take my coat off. I'd grab a bottle of wine and the vegetables that had to be pared and stand at the cutting board with a glass of wine to unwind. And for years, it was very manageable. And then it was not manageable after he was gone. And it was funny. I was walking through London, England one beautiful night when I was doing research on this book. And it was that time of night when people haven't yet closed their shades. And I could see house after house where women were standing by their kitchen tables or counters, and they all were pouring a glass of wine. It was in Chelsea, and it was just this little montage of homes. And I remember thinking, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I'm not alone. It isn't just me. And so when I wrote Drink, back to your earlier question, the sentence that came out of that book was, it's the modern woman's steroid, enabling her to do everything she has to do or tries to do. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, I have to say, I'm in a morning women's workout group, and I absolutely adore these women. And they're wonderful. And yet yesterday we're on a string and people were talking about homeschooling, and someone posted a meme or a video for an umbrella, the booze umbrella, where you could, in the ad, pour 9 ounces of vodka into an umbrella and, drink from it. And, people were laughing, where can I buy it? XYZ. They all know I don't drink. Clearly I'm like, quote unquote, out. But so I had just gotten this shirt that I took a picture in that's called, Teetotaler, which I love. And so I was like, in other news, here's my new shirt, just to be like, not everyone is drinking out of their umbrella or thinks that's a fabulous idea as a way to get through the first day of homeschool. But I also was like, it's August and sunny. I'm not sure why we'd need a booze umbrella, but on the other hand, you know, you're at home. Why not, if it's not a problem, why not just get a glass of wine? Like, why are you putting it in your umbrella? And it was totally a joke. And I was not shaming anyone, but I was like, this is sort of weird that this seems to be like, so much in popular culture that all these working women who are super smart with great kids, who are incredible, women. And I would say that most of them in no way have a drinking problem, but that this is the kind of thing that is out there when you talk about the pinking of the alcohol industry. And it just perpetuates that if you have a bottle of wine a night, it's pretty normal. Like they're selling, vodka umbrellas for you to take it out, in the world with you. So nobody knows that you're just getting loaded. It's everywhere. And therefore you start to think this is no big deal. Everybody's doing it.